All right. Welcome to Results Driven by RW. I am RW. Super excited for you to be here tonight. See a few of you guys tuning in, tapping in. Great to see you on tonight. Excited about being here. Got some good stuff I want to share with you tonight. I know last week we talked about getting them their clients. This week, I really want to talk about how to now get them and create the activity to keep them going. All right. So before we get started, of course, I want to start out with my fancy housekeeping. So in other words, big thing I want you guys to do is take notes on tonight. Definitely, if you get to a place to where you can take notes, definitely get there. And if you're driving, please be safe. I keep looking down. I apologize for the other social media, but if you're driving, be safe. And we want to make sure you get to your destination. But if you're actually able to get to a good place, take some notes. Also, too, if possible, camera on. If possible, would love to see your smiling faces for those that are on our live chat Zoom on tonight. Also, want you to ask questions or make comments in the chat. So when you get a chance, just open up my chat. Let us know who's out there doing their thing on tonight. All right, let's go ahead and move a little further. And I want to talk a little bit about this week's wins. I know many of you, I got challenged last week. Some folk, I told myself, don't be acting like you don't know me when you see me, because we challenged them to get to that next level. And so we realized there was a whole lot going on. So excited about you being on here. Real quick, any this week's wins. Now, the reason we do this week's wins is because we have a super duper group of people that generally, unfortunately, we overachievers always look more to what we didn't do than what we did do right. So I'd like to bring a little section here to where you can actually show us, those of you that are watching, you can just chat it up. Let me know exactly a good week's win for this week. If you're on live, I think Sharia's here with us. She might be working though, but that's okay. Then chat it in for me. Those that are watching a little later, I want you to actually add in those comments. I want to hear about this week's win. I do go back and review all my comments to make sure that we are touching bases with you as you're involved with our sessions. All right, we'll move a little further. Special offer. Of course, your boy is an author. And so if you have not picked up my book, Zero to New Business in 30 Days, pick it up. It is 10 steps to get your business off the ground in 30 days. And those 10 steps, they are powerful in the aspect of how they get you going further, faster, which is my intent as a coach, is to make sure that you can start moving in the direction that you really want to go in and living your life by design and not by default. So we're excited about you and what you're doing, but definitely pick up the book, Cash App me, Zelle, or you can go right to the website and you can pick it up right from the website and we'll get that book over to you. It is my first ebook, working on ebook number 2, which I should have done before the end of the second quarter. So super duper excited about moving the plate forward. All right, tonight I want to talk about generating new clients. I don't know about you, but many of you, the hardest thing is getting new clients. And a lot of it just deals with, once again, knowing exactly who is your client. In other words, who do you serve? You got to find that out, because if you don't, you'll keep chasing any and everybody, which in the beginning, sometimes you do, of course, approach any and everyone about your business, your idea, your thought, your service, or your product, because you want to get as many people involved as you can. But there's a point to where you get to where you really figure out who you're to serve. And I know in my life, I'm not here to serve everyone, but there's a select group, there's a village, there's a group, there's a network of people that we serve. And one thing I found out is go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. So get to the point to where you find out those people that are your people that connect to you in whatever product or service that you work in. And I think it's super important that they figure it out, because if they don't, then what can happen is it can get you off to where you know you should be really seeking after a specific, like right now, it's pretty specific in my clientele as to what I'm looking for and who I'm looking to go after, only because after doing this for 26 years, I guess you kind of start figuring that stuff out. But I do want to talk to you tonight, and I'm going to show you how to set yourself up for success and not failure, because everything you do when it comes to generating clients, generating leads, is all in the numbers. And I think that's one thing that most of us don't give ourselves enough opportunity to realize, that you just don't have enough numbers to really get the success that you're after. But we're going to talk about that tonight, okay? Sales process. Talked about this last week about prospecting. You got to go out there. You got to go make it happen. You got to go do some things. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk tonight about activity. How are you prospecting? How are you getting those clients? What are you doing? And I want to check your schedule. I want to see exactly, are you lining up your day to where marketing, bringing on new clients is a part of your actual schedule. In other words, it's not something you do haphazardly, but it's something you go after with intentionality. All right. Approaching content. We talked about that last week. Setting up your presentation, conversion, maintaining customer relationships. We are going to be breaking these things down and showing you how to allow those things to make you more money, which is what we want to do. Got to make you some more money. I know you guys like money, right? Good. So with that being said, realizing that clients equal income. Say it with me. Clients equal income. The more clients you have, the more people you serve, the more people you assist, the more people you help, however you want to say it, the more people, clients you see, the more people you help, the better and more increasing is your income. So the key is, especially with results driven, is I'm pushing you to get that income because that helps you to facilitate and take care of your family, fulfill your dreams, get your purpose going. Because a lot of you guys, the biggest problem that you have is not the resources, it's just being more resourceful and getting to the point now to where you go out and get after those clients. I was sharing with someone earlier today that I was actually, back in the day, I would go door to door knocking with a little survey, with a little pencil, and literally garner new clients. Walking up to the door, tap, tap, tap. Then I walk away from that door, go to the next door, come back to that door because I saw that they took the pad or the little piece of paper with the pencil, tap on that door again and say, hey, I know you got that survey I left at the door. I came back to pick it up. And so just from that, I literally went through a whole apartment complex. Some of you are familiar here, right outside the base. And I went there and man, you talk about a great opportunity to get a lot of leads and people that I was after. Because at that point, I was in the military market. So I went to where the military lived. I found out once you know who your client is, it's easy to find them. You just have to track them down, put them in a headlock and tell them to buy. All right. So with that being said, we want to go tonight and I want to deal a little bit with lead generation. In other words, show you how to get those leads in. Next thing I want to do is show you how to convert those leads, which I'm going to be talking about probably over the next couple of weeks. Then I want to show you how to bundle, cross-sell. In other words, get to where you now are taking one person and making that one person have multiple products or services. And the cool thing about this is most of you that I'm talking to, looking at, you have multiple different things that you can offer a client. The biggest key is you generally don't tell them everything you do. I'm going to recommend, like I did, put everything on a postcard, put it in every packet, put it in every advertisement. That way they know exactly the things you do, even if they don't need it at that moment, there's something you can present to them a little later. Because I promise you, after you've made the first sale, it's easy to make the second, third, fourth, and fifth. So why chase 5 million clients when you might just need 500? And with those 500, you can change the game or even less than that to make sure that you can facilitate what you're looking for, okay? And the last thing is client retention. In other words, getting to the point to where your CRM system is set up to where now you can actually retain the clients you do get. That comes from birthday cards, that comes from holidays, that comes from newsletters, that comes from all different types of things that you can do either text or email. Right now, they say the email conversion is not as much as text because of course, when you text a person, they're more likely to respond than if you email them. So with that being said, it's a matter of getting a good solid CRM. There are CRMs that are associated with certain businesses. I recommend those. Like I have one for my property and casualty business. It's actually just geared for insurance clients. Then you have others like Salesforce and others. This is actually in my book, but it actually breaks down to where there's multiple different SurveyMonkey. There's different opportunities that you can start now stacking your client list and getting to the point now to where once you do get those clients, keep those clients in rotation, keep them on a drip, keep them to a place to where now you're actually helping and building them up as they go forward. All right. Now, here's something that I want you guys to get away from. And I see this a lot. It's like, post it and they will come. In other words, you're posting stuff and then you're upset because ain't nobody answering my post. Ain't nobody answering my post. I hate to tell you, this is not Field of Dreams. In other words, you cannot just build it and they will come. No. Even if you post it on social media, I don't care if you post it on every social media outlet, it will not just happen. In other words, the more and more you do it, the more and more they see it, the more and more they get interested. It's amazing that people have seen me doing what I do for years and now are asking more and more questions. It just depends on the timing. Also, something else I want to drop on you guys is that you're generating new clients, start getting in people's DM. I said it, get in their DM. Start shooting them a little text or a little DM saying, hey, just checking on you, see how things are going. Did you know? And whatever service or product that is, put that out there. And that way now, not only do they see your post, but they realize the different things that you're doing for your product or service, okay? Because we got to get away from that post it, walk away from it, and expect it to happen. That just doesn't work that way. If anything, posting will actually give you some notice so people will know who you are. And the more and more they see you, think about this. How often do you see a commercial? The same commercial. How often do you listen to the same song? The same song. So to the point that some of you get tired of hearing the same song if you listen to the radio, or if you're watching TV, that same commercial will come on at least 2 to 3 times within that time frame just to get you to now tap in to whatever that product or service is, okay? So get away from that past, post it, and they will come. We got to get beyond that. In other words, we got to get to the point now to where we're actually wrapping it up. That's right. I want you to jump in some folks' DM. For some of you, it could be a little scary, but jump in that DM, jump in the DM. It happens. They tell me it goes down the DM. So just be careful. But we want you to touch those people, and that personal touch is always important. I'm working on that because my goodness, I don't really watch my messenger because I'm too busy writing business, but that's another story. But I want you guys to start getting in the DM. Start getting to the point to where you're DMing people after you send out a post, especially those that like or share or do something with your post. And you can see that when you click on either Facebook or Instagram. So you want to make sure that you start reaching back out to those people. All right. So I do need you to find out, and many of you guys, if you would type in the chat, how many clients do you need to go after to convert just one? In other words, what are your ratios? You know, how many people do you need to actually contact before they purchase either your product or service? What does that number look like? Or do you even know what that number looks like?
Yeah.
Are you keeping track of the people that you're actually touching? Last week we talked about this. You touch so many people per week. Of all those people you touch, all those people you come in contact with, all those people you talk to, how many does it take for you to convert just one? And here's why this is important. Because now the more potential clients you get, the more your conversion rate goes up. So that means now you'll convert more people by doing less work. I'm finding out now that really increasing your potential new clients will absolutely increase your conversion metrics. In other words, if you don't know your metrics, I need you to actually try to figure out, okay, like this week as a flat week, I want you to go after and see how many people you can touch this week. Hello, hi, how you doing? However you would want to do it. Facebook, social media. Start touching people and finding out for yourself, well, how many people I'm actually touching? We talked about last week about getting that cell phone number, teaching you how to get that actual information from the client to put them into rotation for your customer, your CRM, your customer relations manager. So we want to make sure that you are now touching more people to convert more people to garner more business. Think about this for a moment. If you got to touch, I know my numbers, I got to touch 25 people a week. Out of those 25 people a week, I'm going to actually help between 3 to 7. And that's only because of depending on the type of product or service that I'm offering, the numbers can fluctuate, but it's generally between 3 and 7. So I know that if I double the people I touch, that's going to double my business. I want you to think about the same thing. Imagine if you took the people that you are going to touch or have touched, and you start doubling that, immediately it doubles your actual opportunity for income. What would you do if you doubled your income next week? What would you do with it? Besides go buy a Rolex, I'm just saying. No, what would you do if you doubled your income next week just by paying attention to the people you're coming in contact with? I think the hardest thing in business is being intentional. And some of you guys, you're just kind of haphazardly flopping out there. I need you to stop flopping and let's get intentional on exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Here's what I want to set up. Let's go with activity. Do you know your daily, weekly, and monthly goals? In other words, if you locked in exactly what type of activity will it take to produce what you're trying to do. I was messing with some people this morning. I was in the gym and I gave somebody a stank face because they told me, I don't have time to work out. I responded, who makes your schedule? And so it's funny how when we don't have time to do something, then we find time to do the things that we probably shouldn't be doing. And here's how I know, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but as a business person, I monitor weekly my Facebook social media usage, and it's already on my phone. So every week, my phone on Monday sends me a notice saying you spent this much time on social media. If you guys don't have that on your phone, I would imagine or tell you, set it up. In other words, get to the point now to where you're actually realizing how much time you're spinning your wheels on social media, carousing. Now, it's different if you're out there DMing people, touching base with people, using that to make and push your clientele. But if you're just kind of scrolling through, you know how we scroll, be careful because that could interrupt your activity. All right. So activity, the word itself just means the quality or state of being active, behavior or actions of a particular kind. So in other words, this is important because a lot of times you can do a lot of busy work, but not do productive work. And in your career field, your business, your product, your service, you have to know what actually creates income. Like I'll tell you right now, I focus on income all day, every day. In other words, I look at what's on my sheet, I look at what's going to bring income, and then I work on the other things as they come. It makes a big difference when you start focusing on the money. And I know you're like, well, why are you focused on the money? Because this ain't no hobby. You don't do your business for fun. At least I don't think you should, you know, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, is this a business or a hobby? If it's a business, then your business should be making money. If it's a hobby, then hey, enjoy the journey. But with a business, the job, the mindset should be to produce profit. And when you produce in profit, it takes care of a lot of things that you need taken care of. Now, there's different degrees of action, okay? Here's the degrees of action. There's right action. There's wrong action. There's no action. And there's massive action. So when you look at right action, those are the actions that lead you to your new clients, your new prospects, okay? So whatever that would be for your product or service, however you generate your leads, which I'm gonna kind of go a little more in detail with in a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna show you how to actually go out there, go after them through lead sheets, through generating lead cards, getting to the point now to where you're actually putting out an actual link just to garner clients, okay? That's something that's very important, very impactful, and believe it or not, very simple to do. Okay, they're called lead pages, okay? And they will draw people to your pages and get them to where they need to be for you to purchase. And of course, you can always purchase it also, which is another option. Now, wrong action is pretty much doing the things that you shouldn't be doing and wondering why you're not getting the results you're after. Okay, a lot of times wrong action can be being distracted, being thrown off, things coming up, working outside of what you should be doing, shuffling papers on your desk. In other words, looking like you're doing something, but you really ain't doing nothing. Okay, wrong actions, guys. Then, of course, there's no action. I had a post earlier today. I should have posted it up, and it talked about my mind said, "Do da 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 da." I'm gonna do all this great stuff, but then my body said, "Shut up, you fool! I'm not talking about doing. I really don't want to do nothing today." And so, in other words, it's almost like you can want to do, but not do, and then make excuses on why you didn't do it. I don't know if you've ever done this, but sat home, posted up, and your intentions were to do 5 things. But by the time your mind caught up with your intentions, it was like, nah, we good. We'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow, and then before you know it, your days start stacking up and you're wondering why you're behind on your dreams and behind in your finances, okay? Got to get to the point now to where you realize that no action will create a tidal wave of consequences depending on what you're trying to accomplish, all right? Then the last one I love is massive action. In other words, you are on it. You actually are up, you're running, you're gunning. You have what I call a zone time. In other words, you know from what time to what time is work time. Between that work time, you have a schedule set out to where I'm doing this, this, and this during this time. In other words, many of you are goal and action oriented. It's just you haven't written it down and stuck to it long enough to really see the results. But to me, that's massive action when you get so intentional about your time that, like me, you guys know, I don't even have my notifications on. I don't even have my, we call that thing ringer. My ringer ain't even on. So it's to where I don't let anything distract me that's going to throw me off course, because I must finish the task at hand to accomplish my financial goals that I want to do for my family. Like right now, this year, I'm taking me, my wife, and my mama to Africa. Yeah, me, my wife, and my mama to Africa. And so because of that, I have to take massive action on the front part of the year, because I know throughout this year, I think I have 3 vacations. I'll be gone for about 6 to 7 weeks this year. So I cannot play around. And some of you don't focus on the time you need to focus on. And that's what messes you up to not be able to have that time that you don't have to focus. I'm looking forward to those vacation weeks, because in those weeks of vacation, I'm doing nothing, absolutely nothing. But that's the way that works. But you got to set yourself up for that through massive action now. Now, with that being said, guys, I want to jump into what is your morning ritual? In other words, how does your day start? How do you know exactly what you need to do? And how do you put things in perspective? I know for me personally, mine starts out in prayer and meditation. From prayer and meditation, it goes into the word. From the word, it goes into affirmations. From affirmations, it goes into what I call the Bible project. I probably honestly spend about an hour, hour and a half just getting my mind together. Then after I get my mind together, then I get up, go to the gym. From the gym, I go to the office. My go time is from 10 to 6. That's my window of opportunity. And I found out that that schedule works for me because it allows me to do everything I need to do. Some of you, the problem is you have not gotten or put together a real morning ritual. Being self-employed or being your own boss, I tell you what, it takes discipline. Discipline to know exactly what you should be doing, where you should be doing. Now, some of you are working from home, which is awesome if you're accomplishing your vision, your task. But for me, during COVID, I had to get my butt up and go to the office, because I could not sit there at home because there was too many distractions. But like I said, I'm different. I'm finding out that I am where I'm at. How many of you guys can attest to that? Wherever I'm at, that's where I'm at. In other words, if you're at work, you're focused on work. If you're at home, you focus at home. And before you know it, you get to that place to where you kind of can intertwine the two if you're not careful and be focused on, it's almost like you're one place, but your mind is somewhere else. Got to get to that point now to where you're focused where you're at, because wherever you are, that's where your attention should be. Okay. When do you set up your schedule for the week? Like right now, do you set it up on Sundays? You set it up on Saturdays? What day of the week do you actually set up your schedule, knowing exactly what you're doing for the week? Like I know right now what I'm actually doing tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And that's only because I know my schedule. I've set it up. I make sure that I put myself in position to win. This week, I only scheduled so many appointments because I knew I had so much more to do this week in catching up on other clients. So do you know your schedule enough to where you're locking in people depending on what type of product or service you have? What is the game plan daily to win? In other words, I need you to win the day every day. If you win the day every day, then you'll start winning the week. Then you'll win the month. Then you'll win the quarter. Then you'll win the year. But it starts with your daily routine. What is your game plan? I'm going to hit some of you guys up with this. I'm almost to the end of my what do you call that thing? Yeah, my monologue. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. We can go. How many people do you plan on calling or calling on? How many emails are you going to send out? How many texts are you going to send out? In other words, what is that number that you're going to go and put out some seed, we would call it? Because of course, the more seed you sow, the more harvest you reap. So if you're only sowing 5 pieces of seed, then you can't expect a massive harvest. Okay, it just ain't gonna happen that way. You got to throw out much content. You got to be so consistent. I was listening to a lady today, and she was quote unquote supposed to be putting out a message every Thursday, but she had gone weeks without doing it. You know, the one way you lose your audience is through your inconsistency. So what I would say, guys, is get to a point to where you tell yourself how many posts, how many touches, whatever you're going to do every day, and stick to it. I'm going to challenge you right now. If you're telling yourself that you're going to do dot, 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 and you're not doing it, you are lying to yourself. And you cannot blame anyone else for what you refuse or are struggling to accomplish. Because I got to be honest, that deals with your self-confidence too. Because when you lie to you, you start thinking other people are lying to you too. So just be careful with that, okay? How many appointments do you need to set? In other words, how many contacts do you need to set up with? You know, I see some of you guys on here that work through appointments. You know, I see some of you guys on here that actually work through clients, touching bases with them to follow up on them on different things you've sent out. Like right now, I see Angie on here, and I know she has a clothing line. So my question is, once you sell that one piece of product, how soon do you follow up with a discounted second product? In other words, how soon do you actually add and send something else to them on top of the first thing that they purchased? Okay. What time do you call or email? What set time throughout the day? Be it, I don't care if it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. What is your set marketing time? Or maybe it's just doing it twice a week. Twice a week, I'm doing dot, 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 dot. Like right now, Fridays, I've slowed my Fridays down because Fridays is my day to actually get out in the community and do different things. Okay. So but it's on my schedule. So I don't feel bad about doing the things I need to do because it's already on my schedule. What is your monthly goal? I know I keep coming back to this, guys. You got to have some goals. What is your monthly income goal? What is your target? What are you trying to shoot for? What do you need to make during the week? What's the income you need versus the income you want? Because sometimes if you just need income, that's all you're going to go after. But my question is, what kind of income do you want? Are you speaking that thing every day? Are you telling yourself constantly, this is what I want to make? All right. Here's some questions I want you to ask yourself. What is the most you've made in 1 year? That could be your stoppage point. If you've only made 50,000 in 1 year, then you're going to keep shooting for that 50. I need you to change that number, shift it, double it, triple it, get to the point to where you're not afraid to say what you actually need to make or what you want to make. And then the hard question is, what will it take for you to reach your goal? How many clients? How many calls? How many product sales? How many service sales? What will it take to get you to where you're going? All right, locking that in. Guys, here's some action steps we're gonna throw in here. And the action steps are, number one, initiate a conversation with everybody. I need you to get comfortable talking to everybody. Because as a business person, I know some of you want to go just straight virtual and you don't want, yeah, I get it. But they'll go virtual once they actually talk to you. So you got to start putting yourself out there more. I mean, you wonder, why ain't nobody? Yeah, you post it and they will come. Stop it. Post it and they will come. No, they ain't coming. Get your butt out there and go check. You know what? It's so funny. We're thinking that the bag of money just going to come to our house. Who is it? Money. No. You gotta go get it in the beginning, guys. You gotta initiate the conversation with everyone, anyone. Get your name going. Get it to a point to where you, like right now, I'm in a problem situation in the aspect of I really don't need any new clients because I'm hammering my current clients and I'm dealing with my referrals. And once you get that base right, then now those numbers will just keep coming without you having to do a lot more. But the good news is they'll bring more quality clients because they're ones that are being referred to you or brought to you from outside sources. Collect cell phone numbers. We talked about this last week. You guys should be getting those cell phone numbers. You should be getting it locked and loaded. You should be sending out texts. You should be, I got a little commercial I send out. I have to send it out to you guys. But it's a little commercial I send to everybody that send me a little text. It's a little commercial. And my little commercial says, we got you. And guess what? I always send it out and say, we got you. And that way now they get a little something from me. If any of you guys have videos, YouTube stuff, start texting that stuff out to your people. Start letting them know what you have available, all right? Let the world know you. Remember, if they don't know you, they can't flow you, all right? That's a real good rule of thumb. Weekly training. Because many of you want to help, but now that the help is here, you have to use it and apply it. Weekly training, that's where you're at. You're getting your muscles strong because here I am telling you, these are these things that need to be done and looked at. Accountability partners. This is something you need to have. I have an accountability partner that I meet with and he helps me. Actually, he's my financial accountability partner. I also have a accountability partner for my health. In other words, I have people that literally I'm accountable to. I weigh myself. I don't know if you guys do this. I weigh myself every single day. Every single day, I weigh myself. Well, why you weigh yourself every day? To keep on track. Because it don't take but one good donut, one good something to throw me off track. So in order to stay on track where I'm trying to get to, I get on that scale every single day. Okay? So you have to be accountable to yourself. If you're not accountable to you, being accountable to other people is going to be that much more difficult. Okay? Work together. This network is amazing. We got some awesome, gifted, beautiful, wonderful, anointed people that are part of this network. You got to start connecting together and bringing things to where now you can actually help each other and promote each other. I sent out a challenge earlier. Some of you got it, some of you didn't, some of you ignored it, but I did want you to be challenged to start now putting yourself out there. So real quick, just show of hands, how many actually got my text? And first one I want to ask is, how many ignored it? Come on, tell me the truth. Shame the devil. Come on, don't tell. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Yeah, you saw it. Well, you saw it. And then how many of you said, you know what? I'm actually going to do it. And you did it. How many did it? Let me show of hands. How many actually did it today? Okay, no, okay, Lord, I feel real. What am I doing? I gotta step my game. I gotta start putting foot in the butt to you guys, man. You guys are man. But get to the point now, guys, to where you're actually, when I'm sending out these challenges, the challenges ain't for me. And just so you know, I put out my own video that I sent you out the challenge. Okay, so just remember, you're not working with someone that's not where you're at. I'm actually in it with you. Okay, in other words, I am out here in these streets, and I'm going to not just show you, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to check back on you, and I'm going to challenge you to step your game up, because I truly believe that you guys are working on that next level, but you got to get there. So with that challenge, I want you guys to get up, put that camera out, and bam, go right into it. Check your text. It's on your text, exactly what I want you to do. And I'm going to pay myself. Matter of fact, I'm going to buy myself a new pair of shoes on y'all. How about that? Because I did what I was putting. Once again, guys, the bar is here. I'm not coming here. The bar is here. And if anything, I'm elevating the bar. And then I'm not going to just tell you to do it. I'm going to do it with you and then show you the results. I promise. That way you can see that what I'm telling you is not just a bunch of stuff. It's actually stuff that works. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm so excited you guys are here tonight. I know I did a whole long monologue, but I wanted to pull you in to where I'm trying to get you to. So real quick, I want to find out some nuggets or tidbits, and then I'm going to ask you some of those questions I asked in my monologue about how and what are you doing to move the needle forward in your business and in your life. All right, Angie, help me out, girl. What did you get tonight? Give me a little morsel, a little snippet.
First, I have to apologize.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Where my volume at? Can you hear me?
There she is, but I still don't hear her.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Uh-oh, are you muted? Is that what I'm doing? Hold on one second, let's see. Make sure I didn't mute you.
Because I took the mic off.
I think I did. Oh, I did. Hello? Speak now. There you go. Right, I got you now. I got you. That was my bad.
First, I have to apologize. I was a little tardy in signing in. So what I got, where I came in from is, what do you do every day to keep yourself on task? So I write out like a weekly calendar. I write out a daily calendar. So I sit down first thing in the morning. I praise God before my feet hit the floor, but then that's about it. And then I start, I'll go to my calendar and I'll write out what I want to accomplish for that day. And as they're done, I tick them off. And then that makes me feel like if I did what I said I was going to do and if I was productive. But I don't write it out for the whole week. I don't do that. But I'm happy to say that I did get 2 telephone numbers this week. I did give out the links. I didn't say what size you are, but I was like, girl, let me give you my link. So I did collect some telephone numbers. That does work. So I didn't walk by. So I'm happy about that. But aside from that, and your text that you sent, I thought it was just a regular link message. So I didn't read it until I did sign in. So I will do my video. I don't have a problem doing a video. You'll see it tomorrow.
Good, 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 good. And the reason being too, I want you to, once again, that low sense of accountability, to know that, hey, somebody is saying do something, you're doing it, and you're moving that direction. I think that'll help. With your activity daily calendar, which is good. Now, what are money plays?
Now, I would honestly tell you that I think about what it needs, what she needs to survive each month. I have not put it in like, oh, I want to make X amount of dollars. I just want her to cover her bills. So I think about what bills you got to cover your bills, but I haven't put her in the position like, oh, you need to make more than your bills. So yes, I slack right there. But I do have a thing where I know how many customers it takes for me to generate a sale. Before it was a whole bunch of them, it was over 500 because I have a little thing on my site that keeps the analytics on there. Now it's less than that, but what you say is exactly true. If I don't stay consistent with posting, yeah, I lose the people. They lose interest, especially with clothes. If you don't post clothes and try to stay relevant, you will lose the audience quickly.
Makes a big difference. So now my question to you is, what are you going to do to change that? In other words, it's one thing to talk about the problem, which is good. So now we can hear it out. But what tweaks and adjustments? And the key being is, I don't want you to tell us any lies, because I know you won't, because I know
Right.
the word. But I want to know, what are you willing to do to make those adjustments to increase your income and increase your clients to increase your income?
Well, I mean, I like the suggestion that you say as far as like reaching back out to people, because that's something that I don't do. When I make a sale, I send it's an email sale that goes to everyone, but I do not individually reach out to them. And I guess therein lies, there's an avenue that I didn't think about. Like if I did reach out to them individually, then maybe that would encourage somebody else, encourage them to come back and make a second purchase. So that's something that I could do to increase it, most definitely.
Especially when you start now putting your clients in mind, to where once they buy one item from you, then more likely than not, you kind of can get a synopsis of what they're looking for. And then something else that looks similar to or something close to it, and say, hey, I think you like that too. But of course, as your audience grows, that'll be more and more difficult, but that's where now you'll get a better system that people will actually be able to do it for you. But in the meanwhile, to get it started, I would say if you just look at your last 10 clients, just your last 10, and here's your assignment for this week, go back to those last 10 clients, shoot them a text, just saying, hey, thought about you, personal note, thought about you, got this wonderful whatever you got, and I'm going to discount it 10% just for you. I look forward to getting this in your hands. Here's the link.
Okay. All right.
Follow? So that way now you already seen what they bought. And so depending on what it was, I mean, like myself, I think I bought something to you for Mother's Day from my mom.
Yes.
I should have got a text saying, hey, it's Mother's Day.
And I think that last week I did run a sale for Mother's Day. I did, but I did not do it individually. I just posted it on all my social media platforms. And that's what I'm accustomed to doing, but it doesn't always work. But that's what I've just been accustomed to doing. But I did run a sale. I did send out information, but it just didn't draw because it is Mother's Day, but now it's right around the corner. I would be like, I don't know if I can help you because everything is custom. That's why I did it last week. but I should have did that.
Yeah, because now if I would have got a personalized text, hey, RW, I noticed you purchased da 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 last year. But once again, here's where the overwhelming part can be, is you're like, well, how can I get to all those clients? Forget all those clients. Just pick 25.
Okay.
Just pick 5 a day. So, okay, I got 5 clients I'm going to reach out to, personal note, today. In other words, add that to your list that you have, your task list. That way now becomes a part of what you're supposed to do for the day. And that personal touch, and I'm almost going to say and guarantee that if you reached out to 5 of your clients every day next week, personal note, hey, this is Angie. Thought about you, got this special thing I got, 10% offer. Let me, here's the link. I look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, I'll try it. I'll try it.
It's kind of one of those things to where now you have to look at things, because if what you're doing is not working like you want it to, it's not working. It's just saying, let's add something to it. What you're already doing is putting it out there.
Right.
That makes sense? Because once again, here's the key with you. Your service is customized, correct?
Right.
So now your client has to feel customized.
That is true.
I have to feel Angie is thinking about me. She custom made some jewelry for my mom. She custom made me a t-shirt. Now that custom little text saying, hey, RW, who's thinking about you? It could be the same exact text, girl. Just go to everybody. Hey, so-and-so, just thinking about you. Saw this item, thought you would love it. Matter of fact, here's the item, 10% off. Here's the link.
Got you.
That's it. So it's a matter of clicking on those, because hopefully, which I'm sure, I know you do, but you got a list of your clients. Now, just, like I said, and don't overwhelm yourself, just 5 a day.
That's a good idea.
You know, you can't tell me you're customized when you ain't customizing it for your customer.
I got it.
Okay, all right. I know for me personally, shoot, when people reach out to me, like my guy that does my custom suits, he'll reach out to me and say, hey, just checking on you, seeing how things are going. Got some good colors in. I just got another custom suit. And that's why I know it works, because it worked on me. So with that being said, just make sure you think about it from another perspective. This stuff. All right, Ms. Robbie, you've been on looking at me crazy, doing what you do. What'd you get today? What little nugget did you get? Or what question might you have?
I don't think I have any questions. I think the nugget that I received today was, I don't write out my day. You know, I get up in the morning, I pray, I go for my walk, do my affirmations, and then I'm coming into the office and I'm like, okay, this is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't write out my day. So I think I need to write out my day.
Yeah. And the key being is, it can be simple. Like you now you're gonna know. But I got that white little pad on my desk. And on that white pad, I'm writing down everything that I need to get done. And that way too, I don't forget people, to where I make a little note, excuse me, call so-and-so. And then I'll mark it off. Like those little yellow pads I got 50 million of them in the back. I use the yellow. And so once again, it's something that I know works, because now it allows you to do that. But at the same token, once again, centering your day around what is your marketing time, to where you are going to do, like you've been doing your posts, which is really good. Now, I think you slacked off a little bit though. Have you put them posts out there?
No, because I was like, okay, it's the end of tax season. Let me give it a 2-week break and then go back.
Break for who?
I mean, I was like, because in my mind, I was like, okay, Robbie, that's enough. Give it a break, then go back.
Forget that. No. You know how many people ain't seen your post?
How many people what?
Ain't seen your post.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know, you thinking that. Matter of fact, I like you, and I still ain't seen all your posts. I might go back and start saying, okay. No. When you here's put this down, guys. Nugget. Post like nobody sees it. Post like nobody sees it. And so when like you've seen me recently, I've been doing a lot more posting. Now I do, and you know, Robbie, I picked up a video guy that now I've now scheduled my my time to now I'm sitting, I'm going through a bunch of material, a lot of content, and he's chopping it up, and then now he's putting it out there. Okay, now it ain't cheap. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But it's worth it for me because once again, it's another scheduled time that I know twice a week I'm scheduling time to do content. You follow?
Yes.
And now I know that it's intentional. It's not, matter of fact, I think honestly, he's doing me a great service because now he's intentionally setting me up to where I have to sit down and go through content.
Okay. And I did my video, I didn't post it because once I seen that video and I seen how my head looked, I said, oh, I can't do that.
I'm getting to the point now to where I'm just doing stuff, putting on reels and posting it. Forget them.
Okay, I'll just put it out there. Okay, because I did it.
Hey, if my partner in crime can put out there with his nose hairs all sticking out, I'm like, hey, I don't care how you got it going out there. Just get it out. Get it out. Get it out. But do what you gotta do. And that's the key, you know, just put it in front of your face and go for it. Put it in front of your face, go for it. And then try to maybe, I don't do the edits of mine. So mine are not edited. The only ones that are edited you see are from my video guy. Mine are just straight, hey, bam, I got a thought, let's go after it. Hey, I got a thought, let's go after it. And so now I'm thinking that that's working because I see my numbers going up more and more. Okay, so once again, guys, I'm not telling you something that I'm not seeing happen. Got to make this stuff happen, all right? All right, cool. All right, Ms. Glow, I think you jumped on a little late, but I think Sade, good to see you, mama. I know you out there working hard with them churn. How you doing? Look, I see she's driving.
I'm doing good.
Can
you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Did you say something about McDonald's?
Yeah, it looks like I see you driving. Are you in your car?
Oh, yes, I'm driving. I just got done picking up my oldest two from practice. But no McDonald's though. I'm about to be on the freeway.
Oh, okay. I was saying, man, what's going on out there? So cool. Well, good to see you back on. See you doing your thing. I know you've been busy with the kids, but I'm excited about just knowing how things have been going. Give me a quick synopsis.
Well, I did. I'm starting my website all over again. So I was able to talk to Samantha about her helping me, but I told her that I would have to wait until I moved because that took some chunk of my money. So I'm going to be getting in touch with her. I just kind of did the basic things that she told me to go ahead and get done, so that way that she can do the rest and, you know, help me out with my marketing and everything. So I'm excited about that.
Beautiful. So we got some forward momentum. Forward momentum is always good.
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, good to see you back on. Excited about you being here. Just lock and load. Let's get it done. There's so much more. This is going to be one of our best years ever. So we're excited that you're on board. Good to have you in the place. Sharia, are you working? You got somebody foot in your hand? You got a foot in your hand? Is that what you're doing?
I'm good. I am intentionally resting. Okay.
Excellent. I love that.
Y'all can see it is a for real rest. Look, I have my bonnet on. Okay, you can only see that for a second though. Okay, only for a second.
Amen. Well, I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad you own and you are chilling. And once again, that has to be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I like it. So would you get a little nugget today that might have helped you or made you think of something a little different?
Today was really good because I've been in this transforming my mind and this involving new state mind state, making sure that I'm putting my mental health first, not some days, but every day. And I'm actually seeing results and being accountable to that. Business-wise, it has affected my business, brought me more clarity. The good thing, I picked up a lot of good notes that made me feel good about self is my ratio. I notice with me, when I speak to people, I don't have to beg for a service to be done. I state what I do and I get a call back, which is, that's a good thing. So, that's one thing I was able to check off hearing you saying, what's our retention rate? What's our ratio? Intentionally, what I'm doing right now is I'm noticing, just like you, the personal videos are upping the numbers. Um, People want to see what that lifestyle looks like. And I think they're really enjoying it. They understanding what self-care means in the beauty industry, what that looks like. And it's okay to adopt that type of lifestyle. And I'm excited about that. I am intentionally posting videos with our partners so that they see that absolutely we are a network of people. You see that I intentionally say my coach name so that people know who I am following, who is coaching me, who I'm getting direction from, because that's important. I see a lot of people out here just being blinded, no direction, just you see people doing this, it's okay to do that. Um, I don't want to do that. I understand that my words are very powerful. So intention is on a very high with me. I'm actually ready to dapper into new business endeavors. I enjoy cooking, and I think I'm going to get into that. I notice the things that I do that involves me handling food sells out very quickly. I mean, like effortless. I know that I have the possibility of creating abundance of creativity, of wealth. And I'm just really ready to put that in use. I'm very focused because of my daily routines. You know how they say sometimes it takes you, 2 to 3 weeks to get something embedded in you. I feel like it's embedded in me because it's a lifestyle now. And my lifestyle is encouraging other people to take on that lifestyle. So that's another check mark I could take off because that lets me know that I'm being understood. We want people to understand us. And I see that people are comprehending that about my lifestyle. So I'm excited about that. I'm just ready to create. I'm always creating. Just my weakness is I don't text people. And I think that comes from, I did telemarketing sales for a long time. So I don't like talking on the phone or really dealing with technology because I answered phone calls for a very long time. Um, I don't like being on the phone. And I feel like, and this is just me personal, is I feel like I don't like begging people. If you're a person that if I ask you for a service and you set a time with me and you call me and cancel your time, I'm not gonna call you again. You know what I'm saying? I'm
They
just,
get on the drip. They get on the drip marketing, the drip, drip.
yeah, so it's like that's my reason for not texting. So, because I do recognize that's a weakness for me, this week I am gonna try to text more. Um, but I'm patient. My clients have a need and a service. They know what I do. Um, they know the quality that I have. And I'm just not into, that saying all money ain't good money. I'm kind of right there right now too. Because with cheap money comes cheap attitude and cheap spirit. And I just, I don't want to be around that broke mentality, So I'm kind of being choicey because I do understand my target customer. I'm going after that. So I don't have to settle for less because God is in control. He's my resource. And all I have to do is ask him for the income that I need and to be more. I like that was another nugget you gave, and it's my last thing is a financial accountability partner. I think that's something I'm going to seek because, it's like, okay, oh, I got to pay for these airline tickets. I got to do this. I got to do that. But you're absolutely right. As I sow into kingdom more, I don't have to worry about that. So, just pray my strength in the Lord on building that courage to have trust in God in that area fully, because I can honestly say I'm not at 100%. So I would like to grow in that area. So that's just my nugget for tonight.
Beautiful. That's good stuff. I appreciate you. To me, I'm glad that you guys got that mental wellness thing, because to me, that's so important. And as you're saying, it affects your business. So guys, definitely take that time out in the mornings, whatever time that would be for you, but take time for you, make time for you, make time for you. I promise your business, everything else around you will start moving. I love to hear what I'm hearing. You guys are open to shift, because just remember this, if what you're doing is not producing the results you want, is not that you have to throw it out, but just tweak it. And that's all I'm trying to give you is a few tweaks. So tweak here, tweak there. And the funny thing is, you're not that far away from a massive breakthrough. It's just a matter of looking at things a little differently. And also putting your family as your priority, or whatever it would be that you're looking for the finances. Once you make that the priority, then everything else, it falls into place. I promise. I promise it does. All right, guys, any questions you guys have for me out there? I know our time is spent, so I'm gonna probably run through it, but guys, hey, my mantra, don't go it alone, get the help you need. Of course, I'm here to help you in any way that I can. I appreciate you guys jumping on a coaching call on tonight. Some of you might need to get back and get a strategy session, might need to tap back in, get a good 30, 45 minutes with me to find out exactly where you're at now. Because remember, where you're at now is different from where you were at maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months ago. So let's look at where you're at now and see how we can go forward. Because many of you have multiple businesses in you, no doubt. All right. Some of you, I'm still waiting on you one-on-one. I'm saving you a spot because I know I can help you, no doubt. Here's what I want you to think about. If you can give someone like myself $1,000 and I help you make $10,000, is that a good investment for you? Look at it from an investment perspective, not just you giving away money. Because when you invest in yourself, trust me, the dividends are huge. That's that client I was working with today, and he was talking about how much it cost him for leads or something of that nature. And I said, so how many leads does it take for you to get your money back? He said, I just need to close 2. I said, so if you're getting 50 leads and the only thing you're closing is 2, those ratios aren't good. So there's something that you're not doing. So he made a couple of tweaks with his phone conversation, and boom, 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 he doubled his income just that quick. So the money he was spending on leads is now only 20% of what he's making off the leads. So once again, you have to look at it from a different perspective to see how that works, okay? Of course, you guys know I get my Zero to New Business program, or you can just get the book. The book helps. All right, guys, other than that, you guys are amazing. Thank you for tuning in on tonight. We'll be back on next week for some new hot information I want to share with you on how to take this game. This to me, and and my mind keeps running on it, this is our money month. This is our money month. So May is money month. In other words, I want to show you how to go get more money. So every week, I'm going to be giving you more tips, action steps, and challenging you to now go out there and produce more income. Yes, income. So I know some of you are talking to people, what to keep doing? But no, forget that. My job is to help you make money, okay? So I'm gonna help you make money as you follow the steps. Now remember, I'm not one of those coaches that I'm gonna lift a weight for you. I know sometimes I was sharing with somebody today, I said, a good personal trainer in the gym can't lift the weights for you. If they do that, then that ain't gonna help you, okay? Them getting stronger ain't helping you get stronger. But that means that now we have to let you carry some of the weight. You start doing some of the work, and I guarantee you will see success. All right, guys, appreciate you once again. You guys are amazing. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Good night. We'll talk to you soon. Be great, guys. Bye.